Hey everybody, it's Gussy. I just thought I would take a moment to kind of pop in and say hello and maybe just chit chat with y'all for a minute while I know a lot of you ask me about my teacup collection. Sits behind me. I do change them out from time to time. Um, and I get a lot of comments about those, ironically. But there's one little thing that I have not been attending to that I usually make part of my monthly rounds. I can't always say that I do it weekly. Some months are busier than others. And so just like the month of October, which ends in Samhain, for us here in the Northern Hemisphere, um, I spend a lot of time using the cups, using them during seances or tea leaf readings. It's just, as you would suspect, a busy time of year for a witch like me. And, um, but yet today, this beautiful day of May, this first day of May, this, return to abundance, this time of blessed prosperity, that we know we are coming into the warmer months here in the north. But also, our sisters and brothers that live in the southern hemisphere are experiencing Samhain. It is a different time of year for them. It's a different part of the cycle. And though we all live on the same earth, we experience it differently depending on our perspectives. But here I am today on this 1st of May. I'm not running around the maypole like I used to when I was a younger witch. As a matter of fact, we're going to build a fire a little bit later, but it will probably be something we gather around just long enough until our bones are too chilled, and then we'll go in. It's not like something we'll stay around all evening any longer. Not that we don't want to or really feel that old familiar pull to do so. It's just still chilly here in the evenings, and we're older now, and we're just sensible. So, call it what you will, but here we are, and I'm thinking every month I like to clean my teacups. Some months are a little busier than others. Today seems a perfect day for me to go through some of my cups with you and just give them the cleaning like I usually do. I keep two tools in hand here. One is an old diaper. Remember those, everybody? Probably were in them, but typically we didn't use them when we raised our children in the 90s, if you're around my age. And the other thing is I love to collect hankies. I have a dear, dear sister who lives in Michigan, Christine, who sends me these periodically, and I love them, and I have a collection of them, actually. So I'm just going to show you my teacups as I do so. It's important to keep them clean because, as you can imagine, you wouldn't want to serve tea to someone in a dusty teacup, would you? There's absolutely no reason that I could see to ever serve a guest, be it a welcomed guest or an unwelcomed guest, be it invited or uninvited. A dirty, dusty teacup is never, never a sign of proper hygiene, mental or physical. So, clean away the dust. Now, oh, this one is lovely. It is It says 1850. Foley bone china made in England. And there's a stamp of a dragon and a number 3714 and another like monogram like EB on it. So lovely. It's quite a lovely cup. Take a look. Isn't it beautiful? And then of course the saucer. Equally lovely. I always hold it in my hand and kind of wipe. Oh guys, be is going to go wrapped carefully in a cat box when we go on the road. So looking forward to being able to maintain the collection so that perhaps I can read some tea leaves for you when I'm on the road and I come close to where you are. But there is that tea set. Beautiful. It's one of my favorite colors, that light blue. Gorgeous. So, there's the first one. Also time to clear out any negative energy that may have collected through the day. You know, sometimes it can be as simple as just thinking a terrible thought about something. You let your mind kind of trip down some like terrible, we call them dominoes around here. Just let the dominoes start to fall and they could go in all sorts of patterns and your brain can just, carry you away to terrible, terrible outcomes. But we have to be in control of that a little bit more nowadays because now, the older we get, we know that we are capable of from Bavaria, Germany, also stamped 27 and marked Winterling. I'll have to research that one. I'm not familiar with it. But Amethyst is right now trying to recover from COVID. She was actually diagnosed and fell ill, and so lots of love. The worst part is the fever and being isolated, but she is a strong, strong person, and we just, sending lots of love in her direction. And this wind that I was talking about earlier with Grim, this wind that's kind of kicked up here in the Pacific Northwest, I know it carries on in other parts of the world right now. I know that we're not the only ones experiencing this wind that it can be dangerous. And when you're trying to drive in the plains or across mountains, sometimes it can feel like you're blowing in all kinds of directions, but that's a little bit what life is like. We just have to try to anchor with one another, don't we? We have to find those people that we can feel like we can anchor with. That's the funny part. Sometimes it takes a while to find them. All right, oh, look at this. This is a beautiful set. I just love it. That one is from Amethyst Dupp. I treasure it. I don't remember this other one. I think this other first one that I think that was a gift from Grimm, to be quite honest with you. That beautiful light blue. We went through, we still kind of, it's one of our favorite colors, isn't it, honey? That light blue color. Are we not? What? You look sad. You okay? Are you still recording?
I'm not in a position to be able to record through the software that we're using, which is straight Facebook, and we're still getting red across the board.
So this whole time, nothing?
I think we can still be heard. and seen, but I keep seeing.
Oh my goodness. That sounds horrible. Oh well, I guess that's it. But
You're moving now.
I have two clean teacups ready to roll. So, yep, I'll just keep going at another time. But I'm glad you joined me here. I'm going to still keep trying. Stay magical.
It's funny. I'm showing zero. It is bouncing all over the board. We're still mic'd right now, by the way.
And
It's interesting because now that I have mentioned that we have a problem, the stream is working fine. I can see and hear you, but I'm still showing zero going out.
good at their job, which is,
Chaos.
is commendable, I guess. I mean, I'm always, you know, it's commendable. It really, truly is commendable. Um, but ironically, Grim and I are not a threat. We're just trying to help folks. That's all. Just helping people remember who they are. What? Oh, stay magical, says Grim. So I'll say stay magical as well. Stay magical.